Hello, I'm jashykins, and welcome to my long-awaited review of the elementary episode While You Were Sleeping. Sorry for the long delay, but the fact was I wasn't able to watch it until yesterday. Part of the reason was I was moving to Red Resner's house just for the month, and also On Demand decided not to work. Anyways, the mystery this week was, well, there was a murder slash robbery, and they had to figure out who did it. But the problem was the person who did commit it, or they assumed committed it, was in a coma the entire time. So how could a person in a coma commit the crime? Turns out that, well, a doctor put her in an induced coma so that she could get a get out of jail free card. Sort of literally in this case. And so they end up catching this doctor, and the whole thing boiled down to what a lot of good mysteries boil down to: the Mun-Muns. They wanted the Mun-Muns, so they murdered the people that would have gotten the inheritance instead. Yay! But my favorite scene of this episode was when Sherlock runs into the hospital room and goes, "Murderer!" And so, mind you, there's people watching him. And so the first time around you watch this scene, it's like, has he just totally lost his shit? Have we seen a breakdown of Sherlock? Turns out we didn't. It was, in fact, calculated to make him appear insane so that the doctor would get the information and that they could catch the perpetrators red-handed. So yeah, favorite scene of it. And now, this might give me some haters, but I don't really see any reason for Watson to be a woman. I've heard people say, well, it's to show the misogynistic side. This episode, Sherlock is a fucking jerk to everyone, not just especially to women. God. And listen, I don't hate Lucy Liu playing Watson. I don't put any of the blame on her. I mean, if I was said, oh, do you want to be in a Sherlock Holmes, series, and you'll be Watson, and Watson will be a female, so you can play it, I'd be like, sign me up. So I don't really blame her at all. But it's just no real reason. And I got a lot of flack for saying, well, I think it's because they did this so that there would be a romantic relationship between the two and more acceptable in this day and age, unfortunately. And people were like, well, that's not all that women are good for, blah, 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 you're such an idiot, blah, 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 and it's just like, whoa. I didn't mean that. I was like, why is she specifically, not women in general? Because, yeah, there's a lot of... Watson herself is a strong female character that can hold her own. But there doesn't seem to be a reason why they changed the gender. It's like in the Silent Hill movie. Why is Harry suddenly a woman? No fucking reason. But, so... I'll just have to see how this goes. I mean, I don't totally mind her being, Watson being female, but I'm still, yeah, let's just see how this misogynistic side of her goes. Because right now, I am not really seeing it. Maybe it's just me. Hopefully that will change. Since I've actually recorded this 3 or 4 times because my computer decided to mess up, I'm just going to cut this very short because I don't want it to mess up again. And yeah. So I'm just going to mention the violin part. No, the violin is extremely, to me, extremely important to Sherlock's character. And so when he burned the violin, it was like, what? I was just insulted, really. And Rev Reznor actually pointed out that, well, to my take, I like him not using the violin. I'm like, oh, but, but. I got to be happy at the end. Rev Reznor got mad at the end because it turns out he had another violin, and he started playing. I was like, yes, 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 yes. And so, yeah, I don't know if Rev Reznor was joking or not, but going, I hate the series now. Yay! But all in all, this episode was very well done, very well put together. A nice mystery, and then we got to see some nice Sherlock and Watson moments, and yes, I am shipping the pair. If you don't like that, oh well. And we got some nice moments between the two of them talking their feelings out. Of course, my favorite Sherlock and Watson moment of this episode was when the ex comes over and Sherlock basically ruins the entire moment. It's like, get away from my woman, bitch. So I really enjoyed that part. And that's really all I have to say about this episode. I can't wait till the next one. The next review of the episode should be out a lot quicker. And if you're viewing this on YouTube, subscribe, like. If you're viewing this on my blog, thank you just for watching. And there's a link wherever the links are to my cafe press shop, which supports this blog. So if you want to support it and you want to get some goodies, go ahead and shop at it. And if you want to contact me outside of YouTube or my blog, you can go to facebook.com/jashykins or on Twitter @jashykins. I check both regularly. Obsessively, really, now that I think about it. Yay! And of course, my elementary blog with posts throughout the week, depending, is Elementary My Dear Raven. That's the URL of it. The actual title is Elementary Musing, so if you want to get more in-depth look at my thought processes of each episode, go there. And of course, until next video, goodbye.